Hi there. Good evening. It's actually Monday, July 16th, and I spent my entire summer trying to figure out what happened with this racial profiling situation. So my birthday was obstructed, celebration of a whole new decade was obstructed. What else? So, I'm working on some things here. I'm actually working on trying to figure out a network, how to get a network going called Black Educational Television. And just doing some designing here. But I just wanted to give you an update with respect to responses to racial profiling. Um, One of the things that you should actually do is you should actually document what happened to you. I know it's absolutely disgusting. It's very emotional. Like, you think about it, like, even when I see police, I just sort of cringe a little bit because I'm like, it's just, it's almost like the trauma comes back. And it's like, you just sort of squint. And I love police work. I love the FBI. I love, Canada has its version of the FBI. I love that stuff. So why am I cringing with something that I love? So, a lot of things have been done, and you feel these ways, but one of the things that you don't want to do is to actually have this energy redirected to the wrong things. They love to see you bitch and argue and flail your hands and march and, say in the name of Santa Claus or whatever. You have to be proactive. You need to say, fuck the Santa Claus, let me just get to work. So I'm going to show you some things here. Document what's happened to you in your way. And for example, I'm writing down things. I send emails. There's spelling mistakes or whatever. I don't even pay attention to grammar when it comes to student stuff because grammar is bullshit. I try and read into how the student is able to express themselves, and I take it from there. And so I don't mark according to grammar and all these noun and verb. I actually look at, okay, how is the student expressing their gift? And that's what I read into. And I think, isn't that what education should be? Document things yourself. So for me, for example, my skin was torn. So I don't know if you can actually see. There you can see like a little bit of a scar. This light here actually simulates sunlight. So it's a special kind of light. So yeah. So my skin was torn. I'll show you why I don't find it very um, funny to tear my skin, because we have texts such as this called Without Sanctuary. See, someone I should say, lynched. People laughing. One of our own whipped like this. Actually, when I was younger, I was in a household where I received stuff like this. My entire back and my sides, my legs, used to go to school like this. And you know what? Not one teacher came up to me and said, you know what's going on? But then at that time, would I even trust a teacher? Because I was in a school, like a residential school. I'm trying to get a zoom in so you can see. And with me, what they did was they actually focused on this. They liked something about me right here. And then they used a needle and they injected me here. I don't know where I was. I got up and I was like, who the fuck are these people? They opened up my legs like a V, like this. It was all Caucasians like this, looking around. Looking at my front, looking up here. But they forgot to take pictures of this on my hand. So what exactly were they doing to me in the hospital? I don't know. There's something called medical apartheid. You need to read a text, a couple texts actually, about black medicine. And, where's my text? I'm just looking into my library right now. You need to read a couple texts in relation to how blacks were treated when it came to Europeans doing their medical stuff. Europeans are not the smartest cats out there, especially in medicine, and they did a lot of things. They would like even steal these black bodies and do all kinds of medical experimentation. And it's not all Europeans, but you have to look at the history of something to understand the appropriateness to us. So one thing you have to do is you actually have to document what's happened to you. So I've seen a couple videos, and that's excellent. But the next step is go to policy. How do these people actually get regulated, or how do they become responsible? So I'm looking at certain things. Here, I've done a 50-year analysis of the blue party, the red party, the orange party, the green party. And I actually joined the orange party, and the orange party was pretty disgusting. A lot of racism, a lot of bigotry, and there were even blacks on there that felt that some blacks were superior, other blacks were inferior, and you know what, I just said, fuck you guys. So I canceled my membership, and I said, okay, I'm going to find another alignment that's more appropriate to humanity, ethics, and being civil. So I'm here on this website, and I go over to our team. Where is it? It says our party constitution. When you're looking for an affiliation, governance-wise, go into the constitution. Something that tells you, it's sort of like their directive, how they govern themselves. So I'm going through this, saying, they talk about family, they talk about ethics, they talk about governance, they talk about getting involved, they talk about... So if you have any questions, you say to yourself, okay, why am I actually joining this? Well, I'm joining this because their principles align with my humanity. So also look into getting together with some kind of governance. Governance is related to decision making. And people will come around and use this word political, but do not use, don't even think of that word, just delete it from your vocabulary. Political is like using the word nigger. So you delete it from your brain, and you say, okay, I'm looking for people who can actually make decisions. I'm going to look at, well, why is it that the media is saying all this stuff? If you actually go to the Constitution and then you read what Eurocentric media says, you see something very different. So what you do is you start looking at governance. And in my situation, I'm saying, okay, there's all these people, like there's this, like I just put their names up on the internet. So everybody can say, okay, who the fuck are these people, right? They like to fuck around people. Go find them. Go find them and go address them. Who the fuck are you? How many people have they killed? How many people's livelihood have they destroyed? How many families have they destroyed? Put them out there. And then, you know what, go to governance. Say, you know what, I want to align with some kind of decision-making ability that actually makes sense and is classy. So I'm looking into some things right now, and just wanted to share that with you. So today I heard back from the Premier's office, and it's a very low level of response. They don't have decision-making ability, and they're very disrespectful to the Premier's office. And what I'm talking about this, it's like the Premier is actually the manager. And if the entire team is so disrespectful to the manager, then, there's a couple things. Is it the problem with the manager, or is it the problem with the team not knowing what their purpose is? They actually work for us. We don't work for them. They're very disrespectful to us. So you know what the next thing is? Get involved in governance. Sit down there and say, you know what, I want to get involved in these areas. Like, for example, I'm looking at the constitution of a particular party, and or a particular kind of governance and of association, and I'm looking at their committees, I'm looking at the constitution, and I do this type of analysis, and then I sit down and I think, okay, how am I actually going to align my ethics? Because when I do speak with my significant other, we have to have some similarities, some purpose. Like, for example, I can't be with a significant other who's in the business to murder people. So people like McGinty's wife, for example, I don't know if she actually sits down with him and says, you know what? Why is it that there's just so much of these black kids being found dead? I don't know if they even have these kinds of conversations. And with my guy, my chocolate mate, we have to be able to sit down and have some kind of similarity. So these things I'm bringing into, just giving you some sense of what it's like to go through racial profiling and the things that we have to do. I should be focusing on my discourses. Like I came across this really cool idea to get in touch with actually Jada Pinkett and to find out how she produced this piece. I have her book, Secret of the Bees. I wanted to read the book first and then get a sense of how she actually reproduced it into a film, because I really love that. And I have yet to even start that. I got that idea together last year, and I'm like 2 years behind on my work. Actually, maybe 4 years behind on my work. And what is this contributed to? Racial profiling. And I don't appreciate it. So these are just some things, some tips, and I'll certainly share some more with you. So I hope you did have a good day today. And get online from wherever you are in the world, and go and visit this thing called governance, and look at the different governance parties and associations. And if someone says to you, "Oh, join this political party," ask them why. Why should I join it? They may just join it because they're looking for diversity. Especially with me, I find that they like the fact that I have locks for some reason, and they want to have like a diversity picture with the locks, and I find that really offensive. Actually, there was one political party who took a picture of me, and I said, if you ever use that on any of your pamphlets, I will sue the entire party. I said, you better delete it from your database. So, because if they're looking for diversity, they actually have professional models that get paid for this stuff. Go pay for the professional look you're looking for. But because I come from a very particular brand and style of articulating myself, and sometimes I can be very animated, they like that. But I'm not going to let them profit off that, because they're looking for diversity at the same time as promoting racial profiling. So you know what? They can go fuck themselves. This is what you do. You look at governance stuff, and you know what? Don't even read what media puts out there. Read what actually each political party says in their constitution. They usually have like sections broken down, like for example this one here, statement of principles. Okay, so what are we about? Well, we believe in freedom of speech, worship, and assembly, and loyal to this. We believe the government should serve the people, require competitive economy with the social blah 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 blah. We believe in ethical and accountable execution of business of government. Okay, we believe in the interests of Ontario are best served by a strong, united, and democratic Canada. We believe that the economic freedom, entrepreneurial spirit, and the right to private property are essential to economic prosperity and political freedom. The Orange Party that I joined, they don't support entrepreneurial stuff. And you know what? Quite frankly, I have a problem with that. I like to start my own business, start my own network, and have some educational discussions, as well as reproduce some very beautiful films and have some very beautiful images of black. You have to understand the harshness of black in order to recreate the images of black that's really beautiful. So these are just some tips. I hope you had yourself a really good day today, and I'm just randomly making videos. I dropped my camera and I almost panicked because I was like, oh my god, when am I going to get the next camera and stuff, because when you're training to be, I really hate the word professor, but when you're training to be a professor, like you're living on peanuts. Sometimes I just have like berries and water, and I'm working like 18-hour days, and it doesn't get a toll on me because I don't work like a Caucasian system. Like I can work with, for example, every single day for 18 hours, and you know what, I'll be fine. Do it for like 6 months, take 4 months off. There's so many different ways to work. You work according to your rhythm. I can run up hills, I can do all kinds of stuff, but I'm living on a couple, very, very low budget because it has to do with like funding and all kinds of stuff, and it's pretty fucking ridiculous. So I'm looking at ways to not bitch, but you have to get proactive. And don't be afraid of these people. This McGinty guy, he's a manager. So if I can't deal with, all these little clickies or whatever, then these fucking morons, then you know what? I'm going to go to the manager, and I'm also going to cite the one who started the entire thing. With respect to my particular license, there's different licenses and stuff, but this one here where I need to get around to do my work, there's some bitch who wrote this letter, and she's of a very low level education, which is very sad, because if you're in a management position, you should actually be able to say, wait a minute here, let me do a self-reflexive technical. Okay, I'm going to halt everything here, and I'm going to say, wait a minute here, something is not right. I don't care if the fucking legislation says that, we're not going to be doing that. Because you know what, that's a violation of this. Global. But no, they just let it through, and then it's like, oh wow, 120,000, 70,000, 120,000, oh my god, I need a budget for a film. And you guys can obstruct all of this? My project with Secret Life of the Bees, with Jada Pinkett, wanted to just do this awesome thing and see if I could get in touch with her, because I really like how she talks about images of black women, and you know what, these motherfuckers have gotten into the way. So if Jada's watching, I'm sorry Jada, I'm getting my stuff together here. If Michael's watching, Michael Moore, I'm getting my stuff together as well. I'm really trying to deal with this racial profiling, and I'm doing my best. So see how they get in the way of people's livelihoods? They don't even know who the fuck they're fucking around with. I want to go outside and do some night filming, and just show you and take you around and show you some things at night where I am. Everybody's so scared because there's murders and guns, and quite frankly, I'm not scared. I'll go walk wherever the fuck. But you know what? Where's my drop top? Where is it? I'm still waiting for it because of these motherfuckers. So you know what you do? It will aggravate you, but you just go online and say, okay, I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at some charter stuff. I'm gonna align, and you know what? You tell your friends about it. You say, this is what we're gonna do. Media doesn't even talk about that stuff. I really hope you had a good day today, and thank you for your comments and your messages. That's certainly appreciated.